Hey y'all, here it is, contour video. Most of you will be seeing this as a replay because it's like, I don't know, what time is it? It's 1:09 in the afternoon. So most of you are not doing your makeup at 1:09 in the afternoon. But you could be if this was your career. Okay, so we are gonna contour using number 6. It has a little bit of other makeup in it, so it's not showing its true color. Let me help you out with that. Okay, this is number 6. This is darkest concealer that we carry, and it's great for even pale people like me. We're gonna use it to contour. This is not scary. You can do this. This is a great brush for contouring. This is a great brush for contouring. This is even a great brush for contouring, depending on what you're contouring. You could use your concealer brush. Okay, while we're building an audience, oh, there's somebody there, tell me who you are. I will just show y'all the brush collection. Okay, I love my brush collection, in case y'all couldn't tell. This is the buffer brush. It's number 5. I think it's like $28, something like that, but it's an amazing brush to use with our foundation, especially if you have pores, acne. It's gonna do a really nice layer. Hi Christy, I loved your video. I want to know more about your lashes, but I couldn't hear you. So we have some, this is a concealer brush, although I don't use it to apply the concealer. I use it as an eraser. It's an awesome brush. It's nice and tight and taut, and I use it to erase little mistakes. If you blink and you get mascara, it works great to kind of flick that off, and it's got a little bit of concealer buildup in it. Not when I use it on other people, but for your own purposes, if you kind of keep it with a little bit of product in it. Hi Chelsea, then you don't have to, I forgot what I was saying, but anyway, if it's got a little bit of concealer in it, then it'll always be ready to erase little mistakes that you make. I don't know if Facebook is acting up or if it's the internet. Somebody's probably out there breaking the internet. It's probably my husband. Okay, this brush is the biggest one. This is the all over powder brush. This is the tapered brush, and well, this is the angled brush. Okay, I gotta set these down because I don't have enough hands. Whoa! Okay, and so let me show you the shadow brushes. There are several. Okay, so these are the shadow brushes. This one is what I call a precision brush. It's gonna do a really good job of putting that tight little black corner in here, or getting some smudging underneath the eyes. It's really good for that, taking your liner from being a sharp line to kind of a smudge, softer look. This is the angled one. I use this in the crease. These two I use kind of interchangeably, sometimes in the crease and often in this area right here and then on the brow. Okay, there's those, and there's more. Lip brush, really sharp. This is what I call my cheese cutting brush. This is the, I think it's called the Brow Tamer, and it's only $14. But it's a really good liner brush. It's nice and sharp. It has a lovely point, and then this little spoolie on the end is great for taming your brows. Hi Marcy. And then this is an awesome brush for getting your powder liner. So our liner that I use, we have a liquid liner, but I don't use it. The powder liner that we have is, basically it's an eyeshadow. It's sold as an eyeshadow. But if you get this wet, you can do kind of a liquid liner look. And it's really good because it's angled for getting into the corner. But this video is about contour, so shut up about the brushes already and get to the contour, right? We put them back, my lovely ladies. They're like Barbie dolls for grown-ups. I need to get a little house for them and put some clothes on them. Okay, so I'm going to use the foundation brush that I don't use for foundation because it applies far too much foundation for really anyone's need. And I'm going to use our number 6 concealer. These are $24 each. You probably only need 2. You need number 0 if you're white. If you feel like you're kind of somewhere in between white and dark, then I would use number 2. Okay, I'm going to go in and just kind of one point of contact and then wiggle the brush. Okay, so we're not scooping, just going to wiggle. And then I'm going to go in, and if my face were 10 years ago, it would look like that. And all of this would be gone, and there would be a natural shadow right here. But there's not. If you have that natural shadow, please skip this step. It is so unnecessary. But for those of you who have a fuller face or a rounder face or anything that is an issue for you, I would love to give you the tools that you need to change that. So I am going to go use the top of the ear as a guide and kind of bring it down toward the corner of the mouth, but not quite all the way. And I'm just going to put a line there. It can look clunky and silly. It doesn't matter because this foundation that I have on and the concealer that I have on, and it's all mobile. Nothing is solid yet because we haven't set it. So I'm going to slap that on there. I can just let it sit. It's not going to dry. It's not going to change in any way until we set it. Do another one over here. Got a little bit more on that side than I do on this side. So let's just add a little bit more because adding is always easier than taking away. Okay, so we have that. Now just a tiny little tap because we don't want too much. And we're going to go down the side of the nose. What you want to picture when you're contouring your nose is a white stripe right down the middle of it, a thin white stripe. So sometimes I'll hold a brush and you want to color everything on your nose that isn't where this brush is. Not on the face, okay? Keep this dark stuff off of the face. You worked so hard to get this highlighted right here. You don't want your contour to mess that up. So don't take your brush and sloppily follow the path of least resistance and just hold it here and kind of do this, okay? You need to keep your arm up, come in from the side, and come down. And I am on top of my nose, and then I gotta switch hands on top of the nose and come down here. Now, if you wiggle or you make mistakes, no big deal. This is all gonna get blended in. Okay, then I'm going to put a little bit on the nostril here without getting onto my face. And that's why this brush is great for that, because it's tapered and it can do little fine places. I'm going to do the tip of the nose. Hi, Maricela. You need to be on here helping me with this. Your makeup has been fabulous since the day I met you in like, what, 7th grade? Okay, then a little bit on the hairline, less pressure here. Right here I did apply quite a bit of pressure. A little less pressure at the hairline, mostly because I don't want this coloring my hair. Okay, so we just want that to go away. Under the chin, and it's kind of sloppy. There's no finesse here because we're gonna blend it all away and it's all gonna work out. Okay, so that's going to make everything under here go away. And some people will go so far as to do lines down the neck. You can do that, but here's the thing, y'all. Your neck is never going to be the same color as your face because it's forever in a shadow. It's always protected by your chin. So it's never going to be the same color as anything else. So stop trying to match your neck to anything else. It's pointless. Okay, so now we have it where we need it, or we want it. We don't need it. Oh, one other little place that I like to do is right here. It's going to make your lip look a little bit poutier. And don't let this stress you out. This is not necessary every day. You can totally skip buying this thing and just use your bronzer in the same places. But I want you to know how, when it's important, when you have a headshot or a family photo, Christmas pictures are coming up, when you really want to make an impact, when you decide to do your own live video and you want to look really good on camera, I want you to know how to do that. And I don't want you to call me and pay me $200 to come do your makeup. It's not necessary. I'm giving you everything you need to do it yourself. Okay, so now I'm going to take my buffer brush, and it's got a little bit of pink. I got a new blush, and it must have touched the new blush. Well, I got a new blush palette. Y'all, look at this. Oh, oh my gosh, y'all. Seriously, nothing could make a girl happier than this. Can I get some hearts for that, Heather, Maricela, Marcy, Christy? I mean, would you give your right arm for this? You don't have to give your right arm. You just can't eat for a few days. Okay, so I needed to clean off my brush because apparently it got into some of that red blush. I had a lot of people ask me last night, what do you use that red blush on? You don't use a ton of it. It's not like I'm making a streak on my face with red blush, but you can add a little bit of it to your contour color or your bronzer color if you're gonna wear a red lipstick, just to kind of make your lips and your cheeks match. All right, so what I'm doing, and I'm gonna slow-mo it. Sorry, a little silly. I'm making little circles with very light pressure. If I'm not pushing hard, so pressure is light, friction is high, okay? And then I'm moving that. I'm not picking it up and doing this, okay? I'm keeping it on my skin and rolling it across the forehead, and it all just blends in. If you're thinking there's some magic to this and this would never happen on your face, you're wrong. It will happen on your face with the right tools and with the right makeup. This is a wax-based foundation. I had somebody tell me, ooh, I want that powder foundation that you're using. It's not a powder. It is a wax, which sounds really freaky, right? Like, what? No worries, we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I will not unfriend you if you have to return something because you're just not sure of it, or you don't have the time to take the time it takes to learn how to use it properly. There is a learning curve. I'll be very upfront about that. Okay, now side of the nose, just gonna blend that in. Try not to blend it over your pretty little white line right there. You want to try to stay off of that, but you also need it to not have a difference between the white and the tan, so you don't want to see any stripes. Lots of friction, very light pressure. That big stripe, I can still see that big stripe. My neck is like, what's happening? We don't usually have to play this game. Oh, forgot about this thing too. Okay, can you see the huge difference? Can you see why people contour? Give me some hearts for that, y'all. Lindsay, I know you see the power of contouring, even though you probably don't really need it. It is extremely effective in putting the focus on the eyes and just kind of erasing everything else. Not to mention making you look pretty, thank you, darling. Marty, those were from you. Making you look like you have a very healthy glow, okay? And this is the darkest. So when you mix it with everything else, I want to empower you to mix. You can have two foundations. You can mix things on your own. We don't have to rely on 75 different shades at Walgreens and good luck picking the one that's right for you. I can pretty much sell these two colors and these two concealers to every single one of you, and you'll get the exact right mix for you because you're smart and you're capable. Cosmetics companies, most of them would have you believe otherwise. All right, so that's contour. Now we have to set that, and I would do that with a setting powder. Trying to decide if I should do that in a separate video. I guess I can duplicate it. So I'm going to take my tapered brush and my blush trio. This is $54. This is the setting powder. This is the number 4 blush. I also have it represented in that palette that I showed you. And then this is the perfect bronzer. We only have one bronzer color because it's right for everybody. And so I'm going to make sure this brush is nice and clean. I'm just wiping it on a towel. I'm not sanitizing it right now. I did that yesterday before our class to make sure it was nice and clean, but for my own personal use, I like my brushes to have a little bit of product in them, but I want to make sure there's no bronzer on the brush while I'm about to use the setting powder. Okay, so setting powder, just slap at it, stretch up, look up, poke yourself in the eye a few times. Okay, and then I'm going to take the bronzer, same brush. If I'm honest, y'all, I don't use the same brush. I'm trying to help y'all because I know the brush set is a luxury for most of you. So if you only had to buy one, I'd probably recommend this one. It's $36. I like to use a separate brush so that I don't have to clean it in between each one. So I have my own brush for my contour, my own brush for blush, and then I don't have to worry so much about it. The less time it takes, the more likely you are to do it. Okay, so I have some product on here. You can see what that looks like. And I'm just going to go over where I contoured. And this, you don't have to pay close attention to this. You can just slap it on. The best thing you can do for yourself is to make a few mistakes. Get it on there and go, whoa, that was entirely too much product for this one little spot on my face. That's okay, blend it out. Clean off your brush and then just blend, 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 blend. And if it doesn't go away, grab the brush you used for foundation and then go back over it until it's exactly how you want it. Again, the tools, the right tools for the job. Okay, so that is contour. I'm gonna save blush for another day. So that is it for now. I hope that was helpful. Can't wait to see pictures of you guys contouring for the first time. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Send me pictures and I'll help you troubleshoot. Take care. Bye.